Oh, it's working. Okay, what did they say? Third time's a charm. I think this is my fifth, but I'm so glad that you're here and we're moving ahead. Welcome, Gemini. This is your April-May reading. I'm including April because I did do an April reading. You can check out the other recordings on this channel. But the energy was so strange and moving in such a different way that I thought it was going to move, that I had to include it just to see what changes there would be in your reading for the end of April going into May, which I feel May is going to be amazing. So let's see what's up for Gemini going into the month of May 2026. I can't wait. Renewal. So listen, this is amazing for you because whatever has gone on up to this point in time, Gemini, know that you're ready for something new. You're ready to head in a new direction. It's almost as if the energy has, you've been working so hard. I feel like the energy has come to some resolve. And now it's time to really key in on the important things. So what is that? I'm not sure. But renewal is to look at things, look at your past, look back with compassion, forgiveness, and probably a little bit of a sense of humor. But it's time to head in a new direction. So renewal is not only about maybe a second chance, but maybe a chance to readjust any thinking, any efforts, readjust. Maybe you're in a relationship and you've been in it a little while and now you're saying, yeah, I'm not quite so sure this is it. This is the right thing. So renewal is an opportunity to look back and reflect and now move forward in a very positive new direction. Oh, and here comes some unexpected opportunity. And this could be love, work, but the Knight of Cups is charging in. So there is going to be what you may feel near the end of April, a lull, depending on when you're listening to this. If you're already in May and you just tuned into this, you may have experienced a little bit of a lull near the end of April, almost like, when the battery starts going on your phone and then everything slows down. But then, bam, May comes in with a great surge of energy and opportunity. So here is the Eight of Pentacles. And I love this card because, you are mounting up the winds. It's like somebody whispered in your ear to get things done, get things finished. Whatever is in your soul, it's time to express it, to move it out to the universe. And you've been doing that, and this is going to reap some benefits. It's not going to just be out there in the universe. This is going to reap some benefits. So whatever you've worked on, whatever projects you've put forward, efforts you've put forward, maybe it's relationships, or maybe you have been playing in the stock market, know that things are mounting up, things are building up. They also want you to pay, maybe with this review of the renewal card, go back and look at what you've done. And is there anything that needs more detail? Is there anything that needs a little more finesse? Or is there anything that's just quite not the way you really wanted it? Maybe you got something out there, or maybe you took a job and it's okay, but it's really not the one you want. So I feel like you have to give things a little bit of a second look. And maybe it's your own skill set. So maybe, you embarked on a computer career and you're going along, but then you realize that you need to specialize in a certain area. So you may have to go back to school for something, or get a mentor or tutor, someone who can help you navigate through the ups and downs. Very much like what I'm learning with doing YouTube. It's been very interesting. I've learned so much. I just learned several things. Luckily, my son was home for a while, so he said, "Ma, if this happens, do this. If that happens, do that." So I've learned a few things, and it paid off. So I'm glad about that. These opportunities that you've had, or this work that you're accomplishing, know that the payoff is going to be better than balanced out. There's a little extra, right? So you are going to reap some benefits, and the extra income will certainly be nice, especially now. Now, you're a Gemini. You are the king or queen of swords, or the knight of swords. And here, the Queen of Pentacles is making herself known in your reading, and they're letting you know that as this money comes in, your experience, your wisdom, your ability to look back at past mistakes and learn from them, Gemini, you're really good at that. You don't usually repeat a mistake once you get it. Once something goes awry, you say never again, and you learn, and I applaud you for that. So know the Queen of Pentacles is here to help you navigate with your newly found financial stature. And you will be really applying your money in a different way than you have in the past. I'm not quite sure what I mean by this at this point in time. I'm getting some kind of download here about how all of a sudden I hear philanthropy and causes, and I feel like you are going to be sharing some of your wins, some of your leftovers, some of your abundance, the extra abundance, with those who need it most. And usually I have never read that card in that way. I usually feel this is the birth of your dreams, and you're making things look beautiful. Even if you only have $100, you're making it look like you spent $1,000. But I feel with this buildup of pentacles here, you will have more than enough. You will have more than your fair share. And what you did in the past with said money is not going to be the same as what you do moving forward. There's a new bit of attitude here coming in. Let's see what this is about. New friends, new romance, new possibilities coming in. Even some more, look at this, unexpected opportunities. Look at all the water. So I really feel, first of all, if you're near water, great, because you'll be more sensitive to the energy coming in and more sensitive to the messages that you'll be receiving. You'll also be a little more reachable if you're looking for some passion. So if you are looking for some passion, get away from any dry land and get to where the water is. It could be a lake, a stream, an ocean, whatever you have access to. I feel that energy will move a little bit quicker closer to the water. And that's why, because the King of Cups is dead center here, and I love this. So the King of Cups is someone you can trust. This does suggest a romantic relationship. And King of Cups is a pretty good deal for a Gemini, I think, or for any sign. The King of Cups is pretty honest and has great vision into the future and very kind. So very heart-centered. So I'm liking this so far. So there's a little romance here. There's money. There's career building, unexpected opportunity. And I feel that legacy building too. So maybe that's what I was feeling here, like legacy building. So as you move through your newly found financial gains, you are looking at your own lifespan. You are looking at your own legacy. You are looking at what's going on in the world today, and you want to leave a mark. You want to make a mark of some kind. Yeah. No more worrying about money. No more struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul. No more concerned about, if something breaks down, then what? Yeah, you're free of that, I feel. Lots of communication. So this king could be someone who's long distance. There's communication through the internet, and I feel that there's lots of passion here. So whether it starts as a friendship and develops into something more romantic, or it's unexpectedly comes into your life, this is something that I feel is going to last. Oh, wow. Gemini, it's all about the pentacles for you. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half the cards are pentacles. So great prosperity is coming in. This is going to be a very abundant year. The Ace of Pentacles here is a gift. And it's a gift from the universe saying, what do you need? What do you want? Where do you want to go? You know, it's here. There's no resistance on this path. It's the yellow brick road leading to, you know, the castle. And you have nothing in your way, not one roadblock. And the windfall of abundance could also be abundance of good counsel, good health, good advice, right? Good contracts, lucrative contracts, something coming in. It could even be an abundance of love. So if you're in a relationship already, perhaps your king, whether he be King of Swords, Wands, Pentacles, or Cups, perhaps he's stepping up into his heart center and things will be elevated to a new level. When I do a general read like this, I try to stretch my peripheral out more so I can encompass more stories for you to take from these messages of these cards. Sometimes I see a definite story, you know, if I were reading you one-on-one, I would see a definite story. But to read for the general public, Gemini alone is a multifaceted sign, right? It's like Pisces, you know, it's like twins. And there's a lot there to expand on. So I feel in the area of love, there's expansion. In the area of money, in career, finances, definite expansion. Fun, health, all good, all expanding, all moving good. And there you are. I love when you show up in your own reading, Gemini. So whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. This is an archetype of the energy. And the energy of the Queen of Swords is you are really owning all of the work you've done. And I mean, not just the physical work, of whether you're a good nurse or you're a good plumber. It's not that. It's about the work you've done on yourself, the work you've done within your own family, on phasing out situations that drain you or people who drain you, and only allowing the most positive and higher vibration energy to be around to sustain you, especially when you're exerting so much effort into your career, right? When that happens, you need a reserve. You need to know you have people who have your back. And I feel you do here, Gemini. I really feel that I would like to see the wise counsel here, but I feel the Page of Cups is about, social invitations, nice, good friends, people who get you, people who trust you, and people, most importantly, who you can trust. So know that this reading is finding you now as where you're really experiencing a sense of accomplishment, and it's only going to get stronger as the year progresses because you have taken charge. Now, the underlying energy of this read is the Three of Cups. So there we go. There's the celebration. This is good news. And the other side is celebrating you as well. So if you have ancestors you're missing, you're missing the old times, the old, aunts, the old uncles, the friends maybe who passed too soon. Know that every celebration you have, every joy you experience, they are right there with you, experiencing with you. I'm going to pull the blue tarot out now. I haven't used this yet today in the readings. And it's been sitting here, and I was wondering who was going to be read by my blue deck by Radley Valentine. And it's you. So let's see. I'd like to pull 5 cards to give us more information for Gemini, please, as to, we know that we don't want to be worried about money. I mean, you really don't have any obstacles here. This Five of Pentacles is just saying, make sure you keep your thoughts positive about money and health, because I see Pentacles also as health, your bones and your well-being. So really focus. The more positive you are, the better you're going to feel, and the better the finances will flow. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist leader, always said, half smile when you meditate. Just a little half smile. And then when you study it, it's because these muscles affect the frontal cortex of the brain. And when you smile, your brain releases endorphins and serotonin and good chemicals in the body. So even if you feel like absolute crap, if you can smile through it, you're going to feel a little bit better. I had a father-in-law, God bless him, he went through some terrible physical issues. But if you went in and said, Pasquale, how are you feeling? His response was always the same. I feel great, no matter what. And he could have been hooked up to all kinds of things, and he would always say, I feel great. And you know what happened? We would feel better being in his presence. I don't know if he actually would feel better, but I know we felt better. And I think that was such a gift. So try to smile more, Gemini. Think about it. Even when you're alone, I notice when I work, I grimace. And I notice my son who plays drums does the same thing when he's doing a tough fill or something. So I tried to force myself in, like working in the yard. I'll bite my lip or something. And I try to smile, and I notice when I smile, I last longer. I don't get the aches and pains. They stay away. So take that in. Here we go. I got to give you extra cards for all that speech, huh? Gemini, it's all about the money. Look at this. 6 of Pentacles. Money, money, money. The money, the work, the effort, the time, the planning, the strategies, it's all paying off. It's all paying off. There's the 6 of Earth. The universe is saying, you know what, you've been working so hard. It's time to give back. It is time to give back. More balance. 6 of Water. And I feel this is love. I feel this is someone who could be coming in from your past here, or this could be just feeling like you are a kid again, feeling that innocence of love, first love. I feel that's coming in. Strength, great inner strength. When the strength card comes up, I always feel maternal energy. And, if anything, this card is saying more self-love, less judgment, not just on other people, harsh judgment, but of yourself. Try to find that tender place in your heart where you're more forgiving of other people. I don't know if I taught it to him or not, because I know this was my mindset growing up, but there's something to learn from everyone. And sometimes we tend to judge or criticize, but if you look a little deeper, if you look at everyone as a teacher, then the lessons are, limitless. And we gain so much from that knowledge and from the opening of the heart. So release harsh judgments, forgiveness, compassion, and especially for yourself. And know that you're much stronger than you give yourself credit for. Now, so I know some Geminis who I think are very strong. They just plow through. They're fierce. And I know a couple of other Geminis who are not. And they struggle with claiming their talents, claiming their gifts, claiming their high IQs. And the more you can just love yourself, the easier your life will be. And there's the wheel. Now I love that. 2 sixes, lots of balance. The 11, power, strength, and then new beginnings with Archangel Michael right here saying, okay, get ready because you've done a lot of work. The money's coming in, but not just that. Everything is changing in your life. Everything is moving forward like the wheel. A time of positive change. All of a sudden, the things that seemed like they weren't going anywhere are going to start to move. And then they're going to pick up speed. And then you are going to hear some beautiful news, and you're going to experience some amazing energies. This is about love coming in, guys. So if you're in a relationship, know it's going to get better. If you're waiting for someone to magically appear, this card, look at this. You've got this card, underlying energy, the 3 of Cups, weddings, celebrations, engagements. You've got the King of Cups with the Page of Cups, talking about love, and now the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water. And this is about falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and social events. So know that, wow, you have a lot more going on, okay? They're telling you, don't be afraid, don't hang back, don't say, oh, I'm too tired, I don't want to, thanks anyway, but I'm going to just have a TV dinner, I'm not going to go out tonight with the guys or the girls. Know that there is someone ready to be seen, ready to be met, ready for the equation to equal out with these 2 sixes. I feel real good energy for you with that. I'm going to pull some pink fairy cards. What's up with love? I'm going to pull 3 of these cards and 3 of the pulp cards. What's up with love with Gemini? What's all this love about? I wasn't expecting this. I don't think you were either, Gemini. Money, love, opportunity, it's all happening. Love for Gemini. Love for Gemini. Summer. Everything you're asking for becomes yours in the summer. So the summer is really going to hold, a lot of magic for you. So get ready. I wrote hold on to your hat, and I didn't know why. I always write the byline before I do the reading. I ask what's going on with Gemini, and I heard hold on to your hat. So, and I even questioned it. I said, well, that's kind of an old-fashioned saying. Can you give me something a little more hip? And that's what I got. Nope, hold on to your hat. There's a breeze of energy coming for you that's going to sweep you off your feet. Look at this. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So this summer, your love life is getting kicked up a notch. Oh, look at that. I asked about love. You can't make this stuff up. This is, oh yeah, healing, healed, healer. Gemini, get out there, meet people, do things, nap when you can, but hello, this is exciting. This really is exciting. The career, all the efforts you've put into your life paying off, the opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles, telling you no more obstacles. You've done a good job cutting out the negative Nells and the negative situations from your life. That's why you have so much flow. If you haven't done that yet, your underlying energy of this blue deck was the 8 of Air. And the 8 of Air is like you're not stuck. You're not meant to be stuck right now. You are meant to be, look at this, herd of unicorns charging ahead. That should be you, fearless and just free to move forward. So the only obstacle could be you. But quite frankly, I don't see it. I don't see you getting in your own way. I see you embracing this reading. I see you embracing the energy, and I see you moving forward on this golden path. So I love those 3 cards this summer. Your love life turns for the better, and then the fairies join you in celebrating bliss. Yeah, it's just for you to get out of your head. Get out of your own head. Look at this guy. He does look crazy. He looks like, oh my God, I got so much on my mind. I have so much going on in my mind. But if you focus, get calm, the Knight of Swords. There's the Knight of Swords. You have the Knight of Water and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords came up in your general read. Here it is. So twice this card came up. Okay, and this is decisive, focused, driven, and defensive. Events that move with great speed. Great, and this was next to your king coming in. So whether that's a male or female, it's the energy. Someone who's affluent, someone who has their act together, someone who's accomplished, says what they mean what they say, and they're heart-centered. Events that move with great speed choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional. Well, that really is you, Gemini. You are an air sign, and here you are as the Queen of Swords, choosing an intellectual response. Sudden or unexpected changes, review your options carefully. So this came out twice, 2 different decks, 78 cards. What are the chances? Well, Spirit's trying to, knock on your door and say, wake up, get ready, here it comes, the Star. Woohoo! The light at the end of the tunnel. Justice is underlined here. So this is karma. You have paid your dues. You have done your work. You have, shown up, not just for yourself, but for those who've needed you to show up. You have. And now the universe is saying thank you. And now it's your turn to reap some rewards. Wow. So, Gemini, what are you going to do with all of this? How are you going to make up your mind as to how you're going to move forward and love life and get ready for a commitment, a partnership? In this marriage, maybe it's work, maybe it's a partnership in work. But I do see lots of love on the table here, so get ready for it. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, and write me in the comments. I love to hear from you. I like to know where you're from, and if there's any topic you'd like me to touch on, let me know, and I'll be glad to read. In the meantime, make May a fantastic month, because the energy will be there to support you with that. God bless.